Have you ever been in a situation where you felt, I don't know, kind of weird just because you don't share every single detail of your life with everyone you meet? Well, today we're going to dive into why that very quality, being a little hard to read, might actually be your most powerful asset. Let's kick things off with a scene that probably feels a little too real. So picture this. You're at a party, maybe just grabbing lunch with some people. The conversation gets super personal, and all of a sudden, everyone is just unloading their deepest dramas. But then it's your turn, right? And you just offer up a simple smile and a vague, everything's fine. You can feel it, can't you? That little shift in the air. Bam! You've been labeled. We're taught that being an open book is the only way to be authentic. But what if that's not really the whole story? What if your privacy is actually a source of immense stability? That's the big idea we're unpacking today, reframing this trait not as some kind of flaw, but as a seriously strategic form of self-protection. Okay, so first things first, let's dismantle this myth that constant exposure is the same thing as intimacy. Because in a world that confuses the two all the time, your ability to be selective is exactly what keeps you grounded and safe. This idea, selective self-disclosure, it's not about building these giant walls around yourself. Not at all. It's about having really high standards for trust. You're not just shutting people out, you're observing their patterns. You're quietly asking yourself, does this person respect boundaries? Are they consistent? Are they safe? And this right here just nails the difference. Oversharing is kind of like handing out your story to literally anyone who walks by, just hoping something meaningful comes back. But you get it. Your experiences, your vulnerabilities, they are not free samples. They have value, and you share them with people who have proven they know how to handle them with care. Now, this isn't just about feeling stable. It's also a legit superpower. Being hard to read is honestly one of the most effective ways to protect yourself from people who want to use your own emotions against you. Okay, so here's the deal. Toxic people are always on the lookout for what's called a reaction window. It's that little moment right after they say something sharp or invasive where they're just watching your face, waiting for a flinch, for any sign that they got to you. The reaction giver, over on the left, they hand over that reaction. They give the manipulator ammunition. But the unreadable person, no, you give them absolutely nothing. You slam that window shut, and in that moment, you take back all the control. This all leads to a really practical system you can use to manage your relationships. It's a framework I like to call tiered trust. It's all about understanding that not everyone has earned the same level of access to you. So here's how it works. Level 1 is for strangers. You're polite, of course, but your core self is protected. Level 2 is for acquaintances. You're friendly, but what you share is filtered. And then you have level 3, your inner circle. This is where you get to be fully, authentically you. The key is that most people stay at level 1 or 2 until they've proven over time that they belong in level 3. It's not a punishment, it's just a process. And finally, all of this connects to something so much deeper, a real, profound sense of inner peace. Because when you stop feeling that pressure to broadcast your life, you actually step out of a performance and into your reality. Think about it. From social media to just regular social gatherings, so much of our culture trains us to constantly curate our lives, right? To perform for the validation of an audience. And that performance, it takes a huge toll. It is absolutely draining. It keeps our nervous system in this constant state of low-grade anxiety, always wondering, how am I being perceived? What do they think? But your privacy, that is your sanctuary. It's the one space where you don't have to perform. It's where you can finally stop curating and just start living. You're not avoiding connection. You're just choosing authenticity over applause. So, from now on, the next time someone calls you hard to read or mysterious, I want you to hear it for what it really is, a compliment. It means you're built for depth in a world that, let's be honest, often settles for the shallow. Just let this final thought sink in, because it's the ultimate takeaway. You don't owe anyone your story. Your growth doesn't require a witness, and your healing certainly doesn't need an audience. Your journey is your own, and your peace is worth protecting above everything else. What really matters isn't being understood by everyone, it's being true to yourself.